Some of you guys probably just read the title of this video and you're thinking, but wait, I just watched that Saturn get 50 more horsepower. And you probably did. And this is the same video re-uploaded with some changes. I talked to RPM Motorsports today and they said they heard our feedback and they are changing the kit. And it's going to get gaskets in the future. So next time somebody's putting one of these together, you won't need to go through my list or anything like that. It's going to be a complete kit with the exhaust gasket that we had to chase down and all that good stuff. So there's going to be some big improvements there, and they make all of their parts in-house. We talked about that. They have their own mandrel bender and everything, and none of this came from any other companies. I deleted that part of this video, and yeah, it's a re-up. That turbo kit cost a little bit less than I thought. I know Gabe spent quite a bit of money on parts after the RPM kit, but they said their kit is right around the $2,000 mark, which is, you know, $1,000 less if you're looking into buying it. And I'm going to be in Phoenix because I sold a bunch of cars and I bought one more. And I'll be there on like Friday, and that's where they're at. So we might go hang out there. We might get a tour of the shop. Be really cool. And since you guys may have already seen this video, I'm going to run around the shop, give you a quick little update. The Xterra looking real done. The other DL2, I got the mount completely fabbed up, and that one is hung. Man, the stuff around here is just getting put together so fast. The wall controls for the audio system and everything are finally in the wall. We've been running wire like crazy. All the wire to the line array and everything is finally up, so everything's back online. It was down for like 4 weeks. A lot of stuff in here is coming together really fast. The rest of the lights are going up. The rest of the dimming wires finally going in. Big updates here in the shop. And our floor guy was here all day. We're about to move on the epoxy floors, and the balcony metal was ordered today. And you know, I said in one video I thought that was gonna be $200 or $300. It was $2,000. So yeah, pretty close. And yeah, I think that's a bit of an update. Oh yeah, they're replacing this whole wall like next weekend. And all my new doors are here too. I replaced all the doors. There's no saving those doors, and I wanted hardware with deadbolts too. They all have nice locks, but most of them have stuff like this, right? You've got sliding locks inside, and some of them I've literally just bolted shut just to make sure they can never open. So we're coming back with these huge double steel security doors. Anyway, that's a quick update on the shop. Back to the sky. On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, I'm here with Gabe and one of my old cars. What is going on, guys? I am Watch Chair Go, and today, like I said, I'm here with Gabe, and he bought my 2007 Saturn Sky Redline. And a lot of the OGs on the channel will remember when I bought this car. It's probably been 2 years. 2.5, something like that. And Gabe bought it, and they daily drove it for a long time. Yep. And then turbo failure. Which happened, you know? Yeah. And how many miles are on this? Like a lot.
Well over 160,000.
Okay. Yeah. So it's 160K on a stock turbo.
Yeah.
And it was the perfect excuse for more power. So here we have the RPM big turbo kit for this thing with all the piping and everything and all the good stuff to go along with it, which is mostly powder coated red pipes and a new downpipe. That's the catted downpipe, which is an interesting choice.
Well, you never know. You might want to sell it, or
yeah, it might go to New York or something.
I just want to tempt someone to try and crawl up under here and remove it. You know,
try to steal that.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Go ahead, I dare you.
That thing is not coming out. So today's mission is to get all this on the car and make it faster. Once we get all this done, it's going to get retuned, and hopefully we have a file here in just a moment. We're going to use HP tuners to tune it, and I mean, other than that, it's just bolting on parts.
Yep.
Well, you know what you're doing, right?
I thought you did.
Oh, dude, I didn't even look into this. I just assumed.
Well, shoot.
Oh, hey, we should start this up real quick so you can demonstrate how terrible that thing sounds. So here's our factory turbo hanging out right here, and it just doesn't sound good at all. It's a really bad sound.
It does sound kind of sick.
Well, now it sounds great.
Before we can drop the turbo, we also have to get that
downpipe.
Downpipe, thanks.
Yeah, and all these heat shields.
We've got to get the catalytic converter and the downpipe out.
Oh, there's a whole thing.
Right, but the downpipe is a little more complicated than normal ones. Obviously, we've got to drop it, rotate it 90 degrees, drop again, and then rotate another 90 degrees before we can remove it.
Gotcha.
So we're going to remove the heat shield so we have access to those bolts. Because we got brand new bolts, I'm not even worried about messing those up.
Sure.
So with little to no disregard for the studs, we'll get all that, put it up in the air, and then we'll work on shimmying that sucker out.
Let me just help you out.
I mean, I suppose we could do that too. Wow, it's like magic.
It is. It's so much faster like that.
Love it.
Heat shield cut off. Of course that lower rusted out stud broke off.
Of course.
It's still in the turbo. Luckily this turbo is going in the trash shortly, or I guess on a wall, right? It's a good decoration. You need that.
We'll find something to do with it.
That's right. Or a lawnmower, it still turns. Ready? Hopefully this works.
Those are some tight studs.
Let's see if I can get like a pipe on here or something.
This is why I bought new studs.
Yep.
And
You always.
new bolts and new nuts. You got to think ahead.
This stuff's always trash.
Yeah, exactly. There's just no point in doing it. Playing around like this, you're going to waste all day. So,
Gosh.
yeah, we're going up.
Going up. All right, the pre-cat and the post-cat O2s are just right here in this little bitty spot.
They're actually pretty easy to get to.
Yeah, looks like it's gonna be a little fun because, well, it's hot, right? So it's kind of impossible to get to. And then we got this fun stuff that's fully rusted under the cat, but we got the big impact for that.
Yay, yay.
Problem solving. And let's get these O2s and those two bolts, and we'll be.
Yeah, we've got another bracket here that will need to come off.
Ah, for the cat. I see.
Yep.
Bolts to the oil pan. Interesting.
Yep.
Keep it going.
Something happened.
Did you just put it in forward and shear it?
No.
I'm about 100% sure you did.
It's totally not in forward, see? There is no way that was... See? That one was in reverse the whole time and sheared also.
Came right off.
Yeah.
All right, that made life really easy, actually. Now we can just hit that with a hammer.
Right.
Get this O2 off.
Yeah.
We zip tied the exhaust up and out of the way. We have all these bolts off of that lower bracket on the cat.
Yep.
And if you look inside, the cat's still perfect.
On this side.
That's cash money right there. You can steal your own cat and turn it in.
Cat into cash.
We just need to get those upper bolts off the turbo. While he's working on the boost, I'm gonna be over here doing some Bears Beats Battlestar Galactica.
That's not true.
That's not true. So we're gonna pull off this map sensor, whichever one that is. Pull that clamp down there, and these two mounts, and swap out this charge pipe here. Goes right into the intake, it looks like. You getting it?
I'm getting it.
Yeah,
Fortunately,
buddy.
this clamp over here already broke, so I'm not worried about hitting that anymore.
Oh, nice. That clamp was totally in the way.
It was.
So this whole boost pipe over here is like 30 seconds of work. Loosen up that clamp, loosen that other clamp. You can reach it from kind of under the front of the hood and pull those two bolts.
Well, we knew these bolts were going to be a pain in the butt, but I mean, right now we've got one that's stripped, so who knows how we're going to do this. And now we get to try the good old cheater bar.
And actually just, what you meant to say was strip the second one. All right.
Or break something.
You want to go towards me?
Yeah.
I kind of think it worked.
We'll see. And you finally got this off. Congratulations, by the way.
It actually did take a long time because this hose was totally stuck on there. You can see it's got like rubber tracks where it was stuck on. But anyway, you spend all this money and you get the exact same thing, but it weighs more, which seems like a little bit of nonsense.
I think I see the difference though. You see that
they don't smash it.
Yeah. So it's got a nice little bit more curve to it.
The real question here is like, what's the actual volume?
Yeah. How much better does it flow?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
pretty close.
Pretty close
overall. I would say this one's a little shorter.
But you lose all the factory mounting brackets.
That is.
And you get a bunch of scratches that look like it's been hit by a hammer about 100,000 times. Do you see how beat up it is? It even has it's been smashed. Weak. The downpipe is completely loose. We smashed it a lot with a hammer. And now, if we smash the actual downpipe with a hammer, it should come right off. Well, it's opening up.
Yep.
Screwdriver?
Right there.
Yeah, that screwdriver. That's the
That's
one
the
we
one.
It came off. It's totally loose now. I like how you just got attacked.
What's this? I get PAG oil, catalyst material.
So Gabe just got his new robot shoulder, and I forgot it's really hard for him to lift his arms up. Do you want me to do this?
Sorry, did you ask me to raise my hand if you wanted you to do it?
Raise your hand all the way up if you want me to help.
Well, you've masterfully removed that catalytic converter.
Gone.
That was
My job is done here.
side-by-side comparison here. Original and extra crispy. Now we're going to be draining turbo lines and all that stuff, so it's good to change the oil. We're going to go ahead and do that now.
Absolutely.
Now we have disconnected the oil and the two coolant lines found here on the side. We'll need to remove this cover and remove these lines here with a disconnect tool, and then we should be ready to drop the turbo. Here's the big reveal. We've gotten the turbo out, and now we get to compare the two. It's pretty ugly at the moment. Now, this is the new one, and you may notice it looks exactly the same. Just look at the difference between the compressor wheel on the stock turbocharger and on the modified turbocharger. This upgraded KO4 turbocharger is designed to produce a minimum of 38 pounds per second of airflow, whereas the stock turbocharger normally sees somewhere around 32 max. This means that this new one is capable of producing up to 50 horsepower more. Okay, just a few things to swap over and we'll be ready to go.
No, taking hits.
I'm up. He's easy. I'm down.
It is the next day because this turbo kit doesn't come with the exhaust gasket that it's supposed to come with. Really,
buy
there
it
too?
separately, but the problem is there's no.
Nothing tells you you need it.
Yeah, there's no.
How much is the gasket?
Small print.
Like
It's $29.
$29. It would totally be worth that. So we've searched everywhere in the city for a sheet of copper. Dad said to make it out of guttering because he was like, that's already thin copper. But what we ended up doing is what the forum said to do. All of those guys have just taken ultra copper RTV and used it for the hot side gasket. So
Rated for 500 degrees, and it's probably not going to get that hot.
now, I mean, it will probably be 1,000 in reality, but
So it won't be 500 degrees.
it won't be 500 degrees, exactly. It's going to be fine. I don't think it's going to leak or anything like that, but this would have been running yesterday if it came with the gasket. And instead, we ended up searching every auto parts store in town, all of the material stores here in town, trying to find copper sheet, and no one had it. And we could only find it on Amazon. And of course, that's just too much waiting. So it's going together with the RTV. Hopefully it doesn't leak. And apparently that's what other people have been doing. It should just have a gasket.
And you saw how
Yeah, that
tight
was
of a fit that was to try and get up there, and it was a pain in the butt.
Yeah, that was a pain.
Most of that was
Twisting. So the new one is tiny with that high flow cat.
and very, very easy to get in.
Yeah, exactly. Everything up there, fully done. So all that's left now is the exhaust, and we're ready to start this thing up. Fluid fill.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, and two.
Let's get to it. Gabe has the list of everything he bought to go in this, and we're going to throw it all in the description. So this video is the spot if you're putting in this RPM kit. It solves all your problems. And order all this stuff weeks before you try to put the kit on. Weeks before. Otherwise, you'll just be completely out of luck.
Well, in a derby to hang out with you guys.
Absolutely.
So nice. 3 houses apart.
All right, new turbo. There's the RTV in there, but this thing is wrapped up now, and we are ready for fluid fill, right?
Yep.
Let's put some Motul in it. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Try it. All right. All right, here you go, Gabe. Here's the magic.
Thank you, sir.
Bluetooth funnels for the win. I can't exactly see the pour, but nailed it. First start. It's been a process. 3 months of work and actually a few hours of install culminated in this.
That is really just embarrassing to admit.
It just shouldn't take that long to find parts for these things.
Dear Mom, today was the hardest day yet.
Go for it. And the Redline is back on the ground. Listen to that. Now it's all good. Still cooking off all this oil and everything off the gaskets and everything. I love the sound of the DI pump in here. So cool. All right, Gabe, you ready to drive this thing?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll move everything out of your way and you can whip it. All right, first drive, no tune. Here we go. Nice, nice. Windows for the win.
Yeah.
It does feel very smooth and quiet.
It does. So this one is supposed to be able to be a direct install without
Without the tune?
Yeah. So it's supposed to just outflow the other one.
Well, we blew the boost coupler off like immediately. That was pretty funny. We need to tighten up the clamp a little bit more. Then we'll be good to go.
Give him the clamps.
Give him the clamps.
Give him the clamps.
My buddy Scott's absolutely nasty GTO. That thing is beautiful. It has independent throttle bodies on an LS. It's out of control. So well done. Okay, time to flash the new file to this car. Show license options. We have license. Yes, you can have it. Okay. Yes, I realize it costs credits. Here we go. All right, we'll give this a couple of minutes. We got flashing lights down there, and this thing should be ready to go on the new tune. At least this is like the first run, then we're gonna have to go do some data logs. Right, completed, here we go. This is the first run on the new tune. Gabe just got that clamp tightened down. It was, of course, the T-bolt clamp blew. Worm clamps are so much better than T-bolt clamps.
Oh my goodness, you should see all the leaking under here.
I don't believe you at all.
There's nothing.
That means there's no leak.
None.
All right, let's start it up. Here we go. That sounds like about 350 horsepower. I need about 350. All right, we're gonna
Just change the name of this car to lock this monster.
You'll never believe what was outside the front door. A Girl Scout.
So cute.
It's so cute.
Girl Scout was about 4 stories tall.
From the Mesozoic era.
I gave her $1.
You gave her
money.
You gave her $1. Boost leak fixed. I got the data log ready to go here on the laptop, and we're gonna go make some pulls. Unfortunately, they're not like these pulls are gonna be perfect. Like, it is the most ideal condition it could ever be. So it might not be representative of most driving.
Situation is perfect.
I was like, dude, it is boost
It is
weather. Perfectly
gorgeous out
dry, perfectly cold.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
50
See,
flat.
Oh yeah.
That is a different car.
Yeah.
Give me a little throttle.
Nice. Yeah, it jumped up in 5th gear.
Yep. This car's a lot faster. Like, a lot faster.
Bro.
Yeah, yeah. It's we didn't blow the boost coupler this time. 3rd time's a charm.
Yeah.
And it made a lot of boost. Like stock PSI 16. Now it's making like 20 plus.
Oh, it's
So.
no. It
Yep.
16 with competitive mode on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So this
It's-
was 20 in our first pull
Yeah.
in normal driving mode.
She moves. Huge difference to the Redline. So definitely that turbo works. And that tune, we're gonna make more data logs probably tomorrow. And send it off, and
Yeah.
that should get it in there. It's in the ballpark already. They had a nice bass tune, and Redline goes fast. Anyway, that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchchergo.com where you get cool shirts like the one I'm wearing underneath this hoodie. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I'll talk to you next time. This thing's pretty wild now. Pretty wild with that turbo in there.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I know. It pulled hard.
The boost is there immediately.
Yeah.
It goes.
It used to be well balanced, and now it's got that too much power, which is really fun to drive. Really fun to drive now. Yeah. Man. Good old Redline. Well, a lot of you guys wanted to see that car again, so there it is.
You can get into the spots with an airbrush that you can't do with a towel.
Right, like the lug holes.
Yeah.
That's
So
legit.
they say this is the way to do it.
Airbrushing Avalon King ceramic.